joined by.
Yes.
To my right.
Yes, it's... Oh, you introduced me
The
for
one.
first. Yes, the one.
The only.
Yes.
Rajasthan.
Yes. So, it's your boy, Salem from Bolly Fools. How's it going, everyone? Yeah, so... Oh, all right. Okay, fine.
And to my left, kind of.
This is Mo.
Mo man.
This is the boy. I'm the man.
Wait, where did that come from?
Because you always go, this is your boy, Salem.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
You got me there. You got me there. You got me
I
there.
didn't even realise you're saying it.
Yeah, all right, okay, fair enough. Go on.
So what you guys been up to this week, man? What's going on? What's happening?
Well, apart from watching the best new TV show that runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I think they referred to it as Brexit, we're watching The House of Lies.
Yeah, you were telling me that you revisited that.
Well, not revisiting. I started watching it earlier this year, and now that I've finished some of the other shows, I've started with that. It's actually not a bad show. It's lightweight, it's funny, the episodes are like 28 minutes each. You can watch them quite freely, like while having dinner and that sort of stuff.
I kind of wanted to go back to it. Like, I started it, I didn't fall in love with it straight away, so I kind of ditched it, but whenever I do come across it, it's entertaining. It gets your attention, everyone's likeable.
Reminds me a lot of Entourage.
Oh, I don't get
It
that.
has that same kind of like humour.
Kind of has the same breezy pace,
yes.
but maybe. They saw this last season now, and it coming or
Yes, it is. Yeah, season 5 is going to be the last one.
it's not too bad. 5 seasons. Might give that a look. See, son, what you been up to? What you been watching?
Right, so, okay. So, I have not started on The Flash,
Of course.
but I have started on season 2 of Daredevil.
You haven't watched season 2?
Yeah!
You told me you watched it.
No, I didn't.
I swear to God,
Dude,
you
I
told
swear.
me you lied to me then.
Yeah.
I would never-
I thought you watched it as well.
You lied to me
Go
then.
back in the archives and you
You
can
lied.
see...
It wasn't honest. It was in private conversation.
Why would you wait so
Why
long?
would I lie,
Exactly.
though? But why would I lie?
So that I wouldn't give you the 3rd degree like I'm about to do now. Why the hell haven't you watched it? Freaking after all this time.
That Eddie's just hit Salem so hard, I think it hurt me.
Seriously, no. How could you not watch Daredevil?
Bleed. Anyway, so I'm watching Daredevil.
How many
How could you
episodes
not-
in?
I'm like 3 episodes in.
Have you seen Elektra yet?
No, I haven't seen it
We'll
yet.
talk again next week.
Yes. And, okay, well, pushing that...
No.
All right, go on.
Why?
Dude, you know how it is with my schedule. You know that I'm so busy that when I watch a show, I select a certain show and I watch it all the way through. I'm not one of these people that hops to different shows and sees a bit of
But
everything.
you don't even work every day.
That's the mad thing. He doesn't work every day. He has
Yeah.
all his time at home. He doesn't even have telly in his room,
It's
so
like,
there's no distraction.
how long does it take you to walk to work?
10 minutes?
That's not...
So you don't even have a commute.
Yeah,
That
it's...
takes a couple of hours
All right,
out of your day.
If I'm honest, I need some lessons in time management because I'm
Obviously.
really bad.
Jeez.
But push that aside, I
Wow.
did watch something that you might be interested in Elvis vs. Nixon.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes, with Kevin Spacey and Michael Shannon.
This is the Amazon movie, yeah?
I actually don't know if it's Amazon or if it's done by someone else.
Can't remember, but the trailer for it looked pretty good.
Yes,
it looked like
yeah.
it had a nice sort of tone to it.
Yeah, so I...
How was it?
Rubbish.
Really?
Yeah, I don't... Okay, rubbish is a bit harsh, but...
Sharon's never rubbish.
Yeah, look, the thing was, it just felt like a very slow-paced film with each one of these characters trying really hard to be Elvis and another character trying to be, obviously, Kevin Spacey trying to be Nixon. And it just didn't work. It just felt like the directing slightly seemed a bit off to me. Again, a lot of people liked it. The person that I went with said, dude, like, why are we walking out halfway through? I want to watch the whole film. But I said, like, you know...
You made someone who was enjoying the movie
Right, could it be...
go by your standards.
Yes.
You dragged... Because you weren't enjoying it, nobody else could.
No, that's also because the M25 was a clear run straight home, and I needed to do some recording for the.
So you decided to
Body
like, just
Force
walk
episode.
out. You knew
Yeah,
that before
selfie.
going to the cinema.
No, I thought I was going to enjoy it.
But it's
But
got
the person you were with did
Yes,
enjoy
yes,
it.
I know it's
Right.
got a high rating.
it's
and
got
I
a
said,
7 on IMDb.
The person you were with was enjoying it. still
Was it
decided-
because there was no like fights, there were no explosions?
Why?
Yeah, no martial arts.
Yeah.
No, I
No
don't.
laser
Listen,
beams.
no, I will say Shannon was pretty good as Elvis. The idea's pretty cool. When I say like, so Elvis is on this journey where he wants to assist the government in tracking down drug dealers, basically, and so he wants a badge.
It's supposed to be based on a true meeting between the two
Yes,
of them.
yeah.
Yeah, so the idea and the story sounds pretty good, but I suppose it's one of those films that you gotta watch yourself and see what you think. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't, maybe you might be in between. I don't know, but I
Did
just
you
didn't
like-
really enjoy it.
Did you ever see Frost Nixon?
No.
Did you ever see Frost
No.
Nixon? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Is it because the movie was set in olden times and it's just a talky, no action?
Why? Listen. I'm not. I love films that have creative dialogue. Look, we saw Nice Guys, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But that's a comedy though.
No, but still, there's a lot of creative writing in that. Guys, I think it's one of those shows, as I said, if anyone's listening, tell me if you've seen it and put it down in the comment section if this is something that you enjoyed or not.
I loved it. What is wrong with this guy? Kick him off the podcast.
Oh, let me get a tissue. I'll clean the blood on my nose.
No, you let it drip. Anyway, so what have I been watching? I decided to go and watch something which I've always heard how entertaining it was, how good it was. It's critically acclaimed. The 3rd season's about to start, and that's BoJack Horseman. And I've been surprised by it. I've actually really enjoyed it. I started off thinking the first couple episodes was a bit, but once the pace goes and you kind of it starts to have a direction that it's heading in.
Wait, what is it supposed to be about?
It's a Netflix animated show.
It's about a horse who was
Yeah.
famous but is no more.
Yeah.
As
it's weird.
So he's
Humans
like
and
like a
animals
drunken, it's
live
like
together in this weird mashup world, and he's a horse who was like a famous sitcom actor in the 90s.
Wait, did you say it's 3 seasons already?
2
Yeah.
seasons out, 3rd season's about to start,
Wow.
and it's got Will Arnett,
Yes.
the guy with the deep voice
Yeah.
from
Was this speaking some alien
From
language?
Arrested Development.
yeah, no, the one who thinks he's a magician.
Yeah.
Deep voice, yeah, he's playing Batman, Lego Batman.
Oh, okay.
It's also it's very adult humor, so it's not like
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
Huh.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know why I stopped watching that. I watched about 4 episodes and never went back, but I don't remember not enjoying it.
yeah. I feel like it takes a few episodes to kind of get going.
Yeah.
The jokes are a little flat in the first couple, but once he gets going, you get into who everyone is and their dynamic with each other. Yeah, it's really like I said, it's kind of like an animated, animal-heavy version of Californications. Because he's forever
Right.
hooking up with chicks.
I've got to go back to this now.
He's kind of depraved in his lifestyle. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
And wait, how long is each episode? 20
Oh,
minutes?
they're quick.
Yeah,
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 little. They're pretty.
Yeah.
It's a breezy thing.
Okay,
you can
okay.
go through.
Actually, I need an episode. I need a TV show that I could watch like that, like a comedy piece in between.
But you said you don't watch things in between.
Yeah, but
You watch one thing at a
I
time.
don't mind if it's a 20-minute animation piece like American Dad or Family Guy or something that you're talking about now.
Not really in that sort of tone. Like, it isn't like those sort of jokes.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Californication?
No.
Yeah, that's the show you should watch.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Oh. Anyway, let's get into the news, man. Tetris is going from one movie to a trilogy.
They are making a movie about Tetris, and they're saying it's not about blocks. What funny
Fucking
You know.
Tetris. The Emoji Movie, I can just about grasp the concept once it's explained. That the
It's-
emoji faces are actually alive and they escape. They get out of the messaging app into the other parts of the phone, into the other apps. So I can kind of see where that can go. Kind of like a Wreck-It Ralph in a phone. But fucking Tetris?
All right. Do we actually know anything about
No.
this film?
No one knows
All right.
anything.
Okay. Here's a story for you. A trilogy. Okay. How about this dude or this kid?
Tetris!
Yeah, you're gonna put the theme tune in the end anyway. But listen, how about this? About back in the 90s, or even now, wherever, set a time frame, right? A dude or girl who was used to be amazing at Tetris enters the Tetris tournament. What do you reckon then?
Right, that's one movie.
Yeah, that's one movie.
or otherwise The Wizard, starring Fred
Yeah,
Savage.
yeah. Unless there's some sort of untold story behind it. Because it was the game. I know it's a Russian theme, but was the game actually from Russia?
It was made by a Russian, and the story about Tetris is also quite interesting.
So maybe that's what it concentrates on. Maybe he gets embroiled into some shit, and
a trilogy though.
It's his childhood, inventing it, playing Jenga.
Can you imagine if they come up with some weird science fiction thing, like somebody's controlling and you've got to like drop shapes to stop the aliens from entering our realm?
Did that. What was that fucking called? Pixels. They fucking did that shit with Pixels. You don't want that again.
What about a group of kids anime that... Do we know if it's an anime or not?
I'm imagining it's a live action because they've not mentioned animated at all.
Right. Okay. How about a heavily based CGI movie about a group of kids that live in the world of Tetris? That everything is a Tetris piece, like blocks, and then from there, that's the theme.
So they build their civilization, but then once a year, mysteriously, these blocks appear from the sky and destroy it.
I don't know.
They fall down in these crazy weird patterns.
But
it don't work.
No, it doesn't. Mo, your mum is going to be super excited about this. Yeah, because Mo's mum, like, she brought the Game Boy back in the 90s for Tetris, and that's all she used to do. Whenever we used to come over, right, she used to have a cigarette and just used to sit here, play Tetris. I reckon Mo could have put his mum into a tournament and she would friggin' end up winning, like, a load of games.
There's no point in discussing this one any further because we have absolutely no idea.
There's nowhere to fucking go.
I just wanted to put it on the topic list just so the world knew there is a trilogy based on the Tetris game.
Okay? He looks at me and he says, "What the fuck are you looking at, Jew boy? What? Fucking faggot."
What? What you do?
What I do?
Yeah, what you do?
I slunk out.
So you didn't do shit and you punked out. That's what fuck happened, right?
Yeah, I punked out.
Next time a man call you a fucking faggot, you get in that ass, Larry. You pull their asshole open, step into their asshole, close the door behind you, take a spray paint can, right?
Uh-huh.
Larry was here. Fuck his whole asshole up. Eat some Snicker bars, throw some paper on the floor, read a newspaper, ball of paper up the newspaper, and throw the newspaper on the floor. Fuck his whole asshole up. You know what I'm saying? Then you open that asshole one more time. Open it again. Open that asshole again. Oh! Step out his ass. And leave that motherfucker wide open.
Open it up. Step
in the asshole.
Spray paint. Larry was here. Leave garbage. Snickers. Eat Snickers. Leave garbage.
Spit. Fuck it.
Get out. Open it up again.
Yeah, step out the asshole.
Step out.
Don't even close that motherfucker. Leave it open so you know you've been there.
Kirby Enthusiasm is returning for a series 5 years since the last season.
Hallelujah!
So were you an avid Kirby Enthusiasm watcher?
I love this show.
I enjoyed the character, the guy who came over from, who was a writer on Seinfeld. And I would dip in and out of the show, like whenever it was on TV, I would watch it. So I enjoy it, and I'm familiar with the premise, but I didn't watch it week to week religiously. So I don't know where the episodes I saw fit into the whole story.
Are you still on holiday next week?
Yeah.
Earmark a couple of days just to watch all of Kirby Enthusiasm.
Because then I'll be talking like a friggin' head case.
It is one of the most cleverest and funniest TV shows, and because this guy is so socially awkward, he will do and say what, and because he's rich, he can say and do whatever he wants.
That's some mad shit.
And he will do the things that will make you feel the most uncomfortable that you can ever imagine doing.
It's mainly a largely improvised show.
Yes,
I had the outlines of the stories, but him and the actors would just go in and just make shit up.
It's a fantastic show, and the show has been so successful that HBO basically have given him carte blanche. They go, right, whenever you're ready to do a new season, we will do it.
So you're excited. You're in this.
Absolutely, this is going to be like show of the year.
5 years though. Do you think it's still going to have the same dynamic?
There is it's just him, isn't it? Larry David.
Yeah.
It's just like him doing things that you wouldn't dream of doing, and watching him do it, and then laughing at him.
He's like a more, if you're not familiar with this, he's like a more sarcastically aggressive Woody Allen. Because he has a similar awkwardness, but he's way more
socially
out
inept.
there. Yeah, but he's more. He'll say shit, whatever's on his mind. But
Well, he's almost like somebody who's like old and from the deep south and doesn't understand why things have changed.
from himself.
No, I said he acts like somebody from that part. Like, why is the world changing? It's Things shouldn't be like
No, it's
this.
just an old Jewish guy, basically. That sort of image of what Jewish guys are like in New York, or were back in the day. Number 3, Scarlett Johansson has now become the highest grossing female movie star of all time.
And she absolutely deserves it.
Um.
I've got the list, so let's bring it down.
Yeah. Go on.
So where do you think she's the highest ranking female? Mo, are you looking at the list? I want to no. I want you to pay attention to this because this is like the game now. I want to see
All
you
right.
guys
Okay. Go
get
on.
into this. Okay, so she's the highest ranking female actress. So where do you think that is in the top 10?
What do you mean in the top? Oh, in the
Of
top
all
10
actors.
of all actors.
Yeah.
Well, you got the likes of like Bourne, who like puts the most bums on seats. So he is probably like one of the highest.
Bourne.
Matt Damon.
So you think he's number 1?
He's like right up near the top because there was some calculation that I saw that he basically puts most bums on seats.
Wait. Are we talking? Wait. Sorry. Let me just get this straight.
She's the highest grossing. Like her films collectively.
So
have
does
put
she
her at-
actually feature in the top 10, or is
Yes.
this like a
She's
trick
in the
question?
top 10.
It's like she's not even in the top 10.
She's in the top 10. So out of male actors and female actors.
Right.
It's got to be Dwayne, right?
No, I'm not saying who's number 1. I mean, where do you think
Well, no,
she
you
is
think about all
within
the
top
actors
10?
that have got the highest grossing movies and then try and work out where she goes. Because she's
Where
obviously
she's
doing the Avengers movies, right? So they like billions each,
Mm-hmm.
you know, straight away.
All right. So let's put it at number 4.
She probably, I'd say, like 5 or 6.
Don't.
I'm not. I'm
The
checking my
phone
message
down.
from the dating app. Okay,
Jesus
fine.
Christ.
Look, Grindr will still be there, right? Just
I'm gone.
Is he still picking up again?
I just
Bro,
wanna
you
see
puts
the
it down.
message.
Jesus,
Can't I just
can't
see the
wait till we're
message?
done with the podcast, please.
How important? Oh, okay. She
his
gave me
message,
a number. Bloody
his
yeah.
message will still be there tomorrow.
Right.
Right. Okay. Go on.
So you say 4.
Yes.
You say
Like 5, 6.
she's number 10. Number 9. Michael Caine. It's like-
Michael Bloody Caine.
Yeah, he's number 9 in the highest grossing actors ever in Hollywood. So that's helped by the Dark Knight films because
Oh, yeah.
I think 1 or 2 of them were $1 billion each. But still, he's had a long career, so that collectively
Yeah.
it's not too bad. Number 8, Johnny Depp.
All right.
Oh, just because he's got about like 100 pirate movies, isn't he?
Yeah.
Pirate movies.
Number 7, Tom Cruise.
Yes, I'd expect him to be up there.
He's been faltering lately, but collectively still pretty good. Number 6, Eddie Murphy.
Oh yes. Of course, I did hear about this. That he gets paid shitloads of money for doing nothing.
But
It
it's
ain't
not,
about what he's being paid, it's about how much he's made, his movies have made collectively.
Right.
So the success of the Shrek movies have helped that.
Yeah, and not just that. I mean, like if you take the late 70s and all the way through to the 80s, and he like ran that
Age,
show.
Yeah, pretty much age, yeah. It's
yeah,
weird.
but I can't imagine those movies, as good as Beverly Hills Cops and Coming
Yeah,
to
they
America,
weren't
they weren't
billion
making
dollar.
huge amounts of money.
Yeah, well, obviously they were because he's number 6.
Okay.
Higher than Johnny Depp
But Johnny
and Tom
Depp,
Cruise.
Johnny Depp does a lot of like indie movies, though, doesn't he? Like these small pictures that probably get limited release.
I still would have thought all those pirate movies.
Yeah.
4 of them would have made more than
But
all of.
what's really crazy is that how he says, Eddie Murphy says that this is what he wants, and like that's what he gets.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, number 5. Any guesses? Any actors you reckon? Oh, Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, yep.
Okay. Iron Man plus the Avengers
Yep.
movies.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Number 4. Tom Hanks,
Yes.
the nicest guy in Hollywood.
Yes.
It's not bad. But how many blockbusters? Well, Toy Story, obviously. Of
Yeah.
course, those are the 3 that had to kick his shit into
Tom
next
Hanks, like Forrest Gump. That
year. Yeah,
was
but
like,
those weren't mass. They were
That was,
successful.
that was like movie of the year. Didn't it win an Oscar for like
But
best
winning
film?
Oscar isn't necessarily the same as having the biggest box.
That was a huge movie when it came out. Because it was like on quotes everywhere.
Number 3. Want to feel the guest?
Yes.
Anyone you think's not been on there that should be?
So in the top 3, I reckon you probably got Matt Damon's definitely in there.
Yeah, Matt Damon's got to be in there.
I don't know. What about Affleck?
What? Oh no!
No,
What about Brad Pitt? Fucking egg. He's definitely got to be in there, right?
Biggest grossing. Okay.
And who other? Schwarzenegger? Oh, he hasn't been acting for a long time.
Yeah, but like, could you imagine like all the films that he's done?
Yeah, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, but what about Eddie Murphy?
Number
He's
3.
still making films, though, isn't he?
Number 3. Morgan Freeman.
Well, yeah, he's in like a ton of films.
Constantly.
Oh, what's his name then? Who's the one who played Malcolm X?
Denzel.
Denzel.
No.
Not in there at all.
Number 2.
Yeah, Matt Damon.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, okay. Number one's gonna be
His
Dwayne.
is sheer quantity. That's what he got in there for.
Dwayne.
So number 1, you reckon?
Yeah.
You reckon The Rock has had the biggest box office out of everybody in Hollywood?
All right. The way you're saying it, I'm probably wrong. Go on, tell us.
It's Harrison Ford, baby.
Oh!
Number 1 with a bullet. Harrison Ford ain't even close.
Maybe we should play this every week. We should do a segment where it's like the top 10 films, or it's something else, like the highest gross, whatever it may be. I think that'd be a pretty cool little segment.
It could be.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that, like, you even talking about Matt Damon, he's 20. Cameron Diaz has made more collectively than he has. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's been acting longer, hasn't she? He only really came in at the very tail end of the 90s.
So, Apple may block iPhone use inside concerts, and the reason why I mention this is because they can do the same in movie theaters. You think that would be a good thing?
Yes, move on, next topic.
I love it. The thought that you could stop them.
Is this just because, have you just seen this because they've had a patent? Didn't they do this like quite a while ago? It's not like something that they've done recently.
There was a technology that's existed that you can put in a cinema or any building that can block cellular signals.
Yeah.
But this is specifically in the phone to block it in a particular place.
Right, hold on. Is this to block it or to block it from filming?
Filming, but there's no reason why whatever does that can stop it from texting.
Right, okay, see, there's two different things there. I'm all for, like, stopping it from filming, although who in this day and age wants to watch a movie filmed on a phone?
Well, the first thing they're applying it to is concerts.
Yeah, well...
So people have filmed. There's a lot of that. You YouTube,
people still like doing that though, and why stop them? It's not like you're getting a professional quality version of that.
Doesn't stop it from getting interviews on YouTube.
No, but people want to do like a minute or two, put it on their Facebook page, say this is what I'm doing, this is where I am, and remember it as a memory.
I can do it in between songs.
But if you can't use the damn thing,
there's a lot of comedians that I reckon will love this. I listen to a lot of podcasts from comedians. And one of their main gripes is people filming their routine before they finish working it out, before they get to do their
tough
special.
luck. Tough.
And sticking up on YouTube,
right.
which happens a lot.
What is going to happen to the generation that likes to Instagram and Snapchat, right? When suddenly their phones don't work at a concert.
Right. Can I just say this?
They're
not going to buy Apple anymore.
Wait. This isn't going ahead. I can tell you this now, right? Nothing's been confirmed, but it will not go ahead because I completely agree with everything that Mo said. And for somebody that takes in so much tech news, there is no way because that then diffuses all those friggin' applications that most youngsters use, and they use them for those reasons. Going to a concert, look where I am. Here's some pictures, all that. If it's friggin' stopping using, just think about it. Any of us right now, how would we feel if our phone just said, "You cannot use it as long as you're in this place"?
Yeah.
Right. Bullshit.
I wouldn't like it for the video, but would you be happy with that being applied to a cinema that you couldn't message?
No.
Or make a phone call?
No. If you've got a call coming through, if it's on, how many cinemas do you go to unless you're at Grant's? All right, where your phones go off, like it doesn't.
It's not even a go off.
Yeah,
it's like
people turning it on on the screen.
But if it's like if you're on call and you're gonna get a call, go out to the cinema, take the call. If your parents who are out on a date with each other and left the kids at home, you need to get that call if something's gone wrong. If your house is on fire, someone's died. There's multitude of things.
Definitely legal implications if it was applied that could be an issue.
And
it's my phone. I'm paying for the bill.
Right.
No one can block it.
Right. And I just want to add, if that went ahead, if Android and Apple decided we're going to put this into our devices, right, then I would take the step that I've been dreading for many years. Many years. Not even Windows. Xiaomi.
That's an Android though.
Yeah, but you got like another Japanese operating system, innit?
It's not Japanese, Chinese.
Alright, Chinese operating system.
Future, get
No.
it right. They're going to be
Well,
the
if you-
overlords one day.
If you don't want to go Windows, you can go Tizen. Because that's the thing that Samsung is still pushing.
Bo, bo, bo.
And who would want this?
In the cinema, fuck it, I would happily, if it was possible, portable jammers, I would bring it to cinema with me.
Well, do you remember that story about the guy who was driving down the motorway and he had a jammer in his back of his car? This in the States.
Yeah.
So this was on the news like a few months ago,
Yeah.
and they go like for weeks and months, like people couldn't work out why their phones would stop working down a stretch, and eventually the police investigated and found him, and they fined him. Like, you are not allowed to do that. You are not, because you could be jamming like
How big was the
relevant.
jammer?
I have no idea, but he was sitting in his trunk.
Dude, I'm going to Amazon.
Eddie,
They are illegal, Eddie.
I don't give a fuck.
Eddie, I create a scenario for you, right? You're sitting in the cinema hall. Mo is outside.
Okay.
All of a sudden,
Okay.
it's a Scarlett Johansson film, right?
Yes.
That you're watching.
Yes.
Mo is outside having a cigarette. All right, you're in the cinema. The film hasn't started yet. All right. All of a sudden, Scarlett Johansson pulls up in a car, and everyone there is like taking pictures with her, selfies. She's hugging and kissing everyone. Mo then tries to get in contact with you, but because you got one of these stupid fucking devices, right? He can't get through to you. Me, on the other hand, I'm having the loo break, so I pick up the call and I get to kiss Scarlett Johansson. Right?
What, you kiss her in the loo?
No, I come out and I just say, I kiss her, I get to touch her.
Against her will.
Right, this is going like in a very
How would
like
you
straight-
feel?
I would feel bummed.
Yes.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
ain't no way
because
around it.
that's
That'd be
Look,
shit.
the problem isn't like that technology should be sorting this problem out. It should be resolved by people not being assholes when you go to the cinema.
People are
Everyone should
assholes.
respect, and the fact that they've paid to be there, put your phone on silent. If you need to make a call or receive a call, walk out, do it there.
You have too much faith in mankind, sir. Too much. I was gonna do this Anna Kendrick wants to play Squirrel Girl, but I know neither of you know who the fuck Squirrel Girl
I don't even
is,
know.
so
Yes,
let's skip it.
no idea who
Move
Squirrel
on.
Girl is.
So, Scott Eastwood, he's up for no, why the hell did I write Suicide Squad? Scott Eastwood is up for Pacific Rim. He's in.
I was wondering why you said Suicide Squad, because I thought
He's
surely
already in
that's
it.
done.
Yeah, he's already in there. Scott Eastwood, that's Clint Eastwood's son. He's in Suicide Squad.
So he's now going by Scott Eastwood. Didn't he used to have a different name? Like, he didn't
No.
want people to know that he was Eastwood's son?
No, he's been Scott Eastwood for as long as
Is that-
I've known. Been done quite a few films.
Wait a minute. Wait. So
Any minute where things block out, drop out, there's any silence people, that's when these two are looking up.
No,
researching,
I
writing.
have spoken to
surfing.
you. I've got no issue in.
it-
I've got no interest in Pacific Rim. I know Silent was a big fan.
No.
So I was leaving it for him.
no, right. So this dude's in Fast 8 as well, right?
Oh, the next one.
Fast 8,
Next
yeah.
one. I guess so. He's still in it. But yeah, Longest Ride.
Look, I'll be
He's in Fury. Barely remember that. But he's from what I've seen of him, he hasn't done any massive roles, but he's been solid so far. Does look like his dad, but younger.
yeah, he does
That
actually.
he could quite possibly it could quite possibly end up being him and John Boyega as the duo. You know, like before it had like you needed two people to control the robots.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
could be what the dynamic is with him and Boyega.
Look, let's look. As I said earlier on, I had no interest in Pacific Rim. I saw this film.
No do I.
Yeah, at the cinema, did not enjoy it. I don't care who you bring on. Yeah, I was excited about John Boyega coming on. That kind of got me slightly excited because I do like him as an actor, but it doesn't fucking do anything for me because I don't care about big robots fucking fighting
But what about the fact that it's not?
unless I get to control them.
Of course. But what
But
did
they
you do
should
with
take
one?
me, huh?
You wanted to be an actor for a while and then you gave up.
Yeah, I gave up my acting because I couldn't read the script and memorize
knew
it.
it was gonna go there.
Couldn't read the script and memorize it. That's
But
why.
it doesn't make you a little bit more optimistic that it's not going to be Del Toro making this. Like, it's a different director, so
I just
it
think
could
that-
be a better movie as a
Dude,
result.
just the idea of
Just the concept doesn't
yeah, it doesn't.
interest you.
I mean, does it excite you?
excited, no, but I'm curious to see what they can do with it to improve on.
Weren't you saying like a couple of weeks ago you were excited about this?
No, I said, like I said earlier on,
Yeah.
Boyega joining the team.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah.
I'm all cool with that. I'm happy about him because, as I said, I like him as an actor.
I'm
But
not excited, but I'm curious to see what they can do to improve on the mistakes of
Yeah.
the first one.
opening night, I will be there. But again, it's nothing that I'm gonna seriously go out of my way to watch.
Okay, Tom Felton, aka Draco Malfoy, from the Harry Potter movies. You know the little bastard kid with the blonde hair?
Oh yes,
Yeah, the little shit face. Yeah, he's
bully, yeah?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
been added. Well, you won't care about this because you don't watch it. But Mo, he's been added to the Flash as a series regular.
Don't like Harry Potter. Haven't watched any of the.
Are
I've
you
watched the first.
Shitting me.
Might have been forced to watch the second, and have absolutely no desire to watch any further.
You are a piece of human trash.
It doesn't
No
interest me.
disrespect, but
They do not interest me.
okay. To be honest, I don't love the Harry Potter movies the way I loved the first trilogy of Lord of the Rings.
So you just
They
called
don't
me
have
a
that.
piece of human
No,
trash, and now
But
you're
I
saying you
do-
don't love them
I
either.
do enjoy them.
horrible to
I do.
Mo, Eddie.
I'm a horrible person.
Why are you doing
know
this?
this by now.
Earlier on, you hit me for no
You
reason.
know this by now.
I think you're just turning into that character. To be honest,
Somebody-
you're turning into a bully, Eddie.
Somebody has to be.
But why do you even care about this kid?
What did you just
as
say?
a person?
Someone has to be a bully.
How horrible, Eddie.
Keep this shit for throat and head in the right direction.
Any idea
does
who
that
he's playing
mean?
in the Flash?
No, I don't. But it's a series regular, so
So this is basically a guy who was in some really big budget grossing movies, now can't find work in the movie world, is joining a TV
Well,
show.
that would make him. I was gonna say the second, but probably the third most successful out of the whole Harry Potters because, to be honest, none of them have really set the world alight.
Well, doesn't like the guy who played Harry Potter gone on to do quite a few.
He's doing indies, but he hasn't really had a breakout hit yet.
But he's like,
He's in Now You See
he's
Me
done
Too.
like all the really big films,
I
so
think
he can
that's
afford.
that's the biggest thing he's got coming. Now you see me too.
Yeah. He
Swiss
actually-
Army Man looks good though.
Yeah, he
He's a
does.
good body,
I
but-
do. He does look good in Now You See Me
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
But yeah, that could be his first big solo. Emma Watson again. She's done loads of indies, but none of them have hit.
Yeah, but they've all done like the big budget movies. They've done like 7 of them. How many are
But
there?
it's
Harry
been
Potters?
a good few years since
Yeah,
that last
but-
one.
but
They
now
haven't had a hit since.
They don't need to go and do those big films.
But
They've made loads of money. They can go and do some
It's not
indies.
just about money.
No, but you
want
can do the indies.
have to do good still. They don't have to be box office blow, but they want to be loved, highly critically loved, and do well.
Do you want like so these
None of them
kids?
do.
They've got the opportunity not to have to go in there and just do any old piece of like Hollywood crap that's given to
Oh,
them.
because Horns was pretty good. Remember the one
Horns
where
was very, very good.
That
Yeah.
was a good film.
Well,
It
there
just
you go.
It just didn't catch. It just didn't find its audience. Sadly.
Is that because it was a very good film?
No, it was.
Good. It was good.
Yeah.
Just didn't really have the marketing. Just didn't
Is
catch
that
its
is that
audience.
what the producers of Batman versus Superman are saying? It was a good movie. It just didn't find the audience.
That's probably all what they're saying. So Tom Felton, he plays bad good though. He's good at playing a piece of shit. Because you saw the Harry Potter films.
Yeah, but what? Sorry, what is his character? Do
We don't know, but would you want him to stay in that comfort zone from what you know him to be? Because he does it very well.
Eddie, I
Dude,
don't.
for the sake of conversating, there are people here that do like the show. For you to say I don't care ain't good enough. He doesn't know.
Did you even wait? Did you? Must you? You should wait until I finish to what I was
know
going to say.
what you're going to say because
Yeah,
everything is I don't care.
I didn't say that though. What I was going to say is that when I'm looking at the old school Harry Potter films, he was, in actual fact, a good bad guy. He was convincing as the character. So I think putting him in the Flash TV shows makes a lot of sense if he's going to kind of play that sort of character because he's got that sort of face, that weird sort of
Punchable.
yeah.
Like a grown-up Joffrey sort of vibe.
He's one of those he could be one of those actors that you see, like you want to see him get punched in the face, but that slow, gradual build up. So you want him to like achieve his goals to a certain point and then really get annihilated.
Because Even in the first of the new Planet of the Apes, remember he was the one that looking after the
Exactly.
gorillas, and he was torturing them. But then at the end, they came back and got him.
Yes. So yeah, I can see that. But again, I don't watch Flash, so this is a conversation.
One day, you will.
Okay,
One
fine.
day, even if it's on your deathbed, cancer in hospital.
And you will be like, I'm gonna die before I find out what happens at the end of the season.
I will resuscitate you.
Tell me what happens.
Still got 3 more episodes left. You can't die yet.
Sustaining with your first aid degree.
Either of you optimistic or excited about it? Hearing that Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Didn't enjoy the first one. I didn't actually watch the whole way through. I actually thought
Really?
this was going to be a movie that I was going to love because the trailer just looked so good. It even had characters from Street Fighter. It was just amazing.
I remember Wreck-It Ralph.
I can. It just came to me as soon as you said Street Fighter.
Yeah. That was a great scene
Yeah.
though. The one where in a cell
but
phone.
I don't know. As a cohesive movie, it didn't really hold together particularly well.
Dude, that had really, really good characters, and it was the first time we saw something that we've all been imagining for like since friggin' day one, which was seeing other characters step into, well, all different characters step into one film and just sort of engage with one another. I really enjoyed that movie. I like the little kid in it.
Yeah, she was cool.
Yeah,
Sarah
and
Silverman.
I like the chemistry between her, obviously, and Racket as well.
Ralph,
Ralph,
yeah.
sorry, excuse me, Ralph. They were brilliant together, and I would like to see a continuation on this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to see where it goes. I'm actually curious to where they can take it now.
I would like in this to have, you know, more characters from video games, like more of an input from those, like Mario and Sonic and.
Should be easier considering how the success that the first one had. It should be easy getting those licenses to these other new characters.
Yeah, and I would also like to see one of them be the bad guys, like the proper
Oh,
bad
another
guy.
proper character.
No, yeah, from
A proper an actual game.
yeah, yeah.
I'd be interested. Actually.
That would be quite... Unless it was actually a character who was already a bad guy, I'm sure the IP owner probably wouldn't want like Mario to be the bad
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
No, not Mario, but like someone like Bowser or someone, you know,
Yeah.
and Bison.
Yeah. Lost in Space has been ordered by Netflix.
Woo!
That's interesting. I'm interested to see what Netflix can do with that.
Absolutely. If they're on a roll with all that their Marvel stuff, let's see if they can work that magic formula on like an old property that really deserves better.
Do need to drop some of their smaller bullshit shows though. They make so much.
Like what?
Dude, go through the Netflix own category and there's
Yeah.
a ton of shit you're like, I ain't never heard of this. What's this? A lot of shit they just really shouldn't have bothered with, man.
Yeah, but if it's getting views, then
I guess.
yeah.
But-
But some of the smaller stuff's probably not as expensive. For every like sitcom or comedy that they do, like The Ranch,
Fuller House wouldn't have taken much.
Fuller
made
House?
much money. I know it's
it's
popular.
been their most
Yeah, I
popular
heard that.
show.
I heard that, but I mean, it doesn't take much money to make that.
I thought no one was going to watch that, but it has been their highest streamed show.
That's interesting,
Yeah.
actually.
It's mad. See, I
Even
didn't.
though critics apparently hate it, but they're not the ones.
Because the original has got like this. It's like this. It's a time of like nostalgia. Like it has like a prominent place.
Weird, because I watched it, but I never really kind of.
But it's
have
like
much.
it's because like it's an American thing. Like in
Yeah,
America,
but-
like Bob Saget's become like this huge star.
Yeah, but I had that with the Cosby Show, not anymore for obvious reasons, and even with Friends as more and Seinfeld. But Fuller House has never.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but, yeah, it's like
Family Ties. I had that. Different Strokes. I had that, but Fuller House just kind of fell through the cracks. for me.
Yeah, because I think it was on like a really strange time of the day as well. Like Family Ties was like a 6:30 Channel 4 type thing.
You know, I didn't realize that Netflix. I knew they make a lot of content, but I didn't realize they make so much other stuff.
So much.
And that's crazy to how much money this company must be worth now.
Well, you got to think, right? They need to make like their own content now because at any moment, because they've become this huge behemoth of a company, right? At any moment, Universal, Warner Brothers, NBC, CBS, they could all play hardball. We ain't giving you any content.
Yeah.
You're taking our customers, and we ain't giving you diddly squat.
Most of these companies now making their own streaming services. so they can just pull their films, and it does, because everything that's on there, which isn't Netflix's own, has a certain time limit on how long it's going to be there, and then it goes away.
So they're preparing for the future. So one day, if they don't have these deals,
Yeah.
but I got a feeling they're going to overtake the studios. If you want to deal with distributing something easily around the world digitally, you have to do it with Netflix.
Yeah, it's just the easiest, most convenient way. But Lost in Space, I did used to like that show, man. I remember I used to watch the black and white one on Channel 4 back in the day.
Danger,
Even though
danger,
I'm
Will
not
Robinson.
old enough, I'm not of the age to watch it originally, but obviously reruns.
Yeah.
And then I went around my grand's house. They had Sky before we did, and
It used to be on
they had-
Channel 4 as well, though.
yeah, that was the black and white one.
And
But
the
then
colour ones.
There was the colour one. No, the colour one was on Sky first, and I remember seeing it at my grand's house and getting excited, thinking, "Oh my god, it's in colour!" And it blew my mind.
I actually really used to enjoy that show, and obviously
alright.
Bill Mummy was Will Robinson.
Who?
Bill Mummy,
Bill Mummy.
yeah.
Who the fuck's Bill Mummy?
Babylon 5. He was Lanier.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was
I
that?
did not know that. He's been in like lots of things.
That's like every day.
Yeah.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Yo, I'm interested to see where they go with this.
I'd like to see the hamminess gone from it and a proper structure
Yeah.
rather than just endlessly roaming through space.
I think I mentioned this actually before when we were speaking of the possibility of Lost in Space coming back. That there was a pilot that was made a number of years ago.
Yes.
And you can get that pilot if you know where to look online. It's been a few years since I've seen it, but I remember seeing it at the time thinking, this is actually pretty good.
But it's network TV's had its day. Like I can't think of very many shows that I follow now that come from a network
Yeah.
station.
No.
It's all premium cable or it's like the streaming services.
What I liked about the pilot is that it took a more serious tone to it,
So,
and I enjoyed it.
so I actually can't remember this. I probably did see an episode or two, but
About the film.
yeah, I remember the film. So, just so we get this straight, it's about a family that's in space that's lost, right?
Yes.
Yeah, exploration. They go out there for an exploration mission. and
Like Voyager
some-
style.
They're supposed to go to like I think Sirius or wherever it is, and they get lost on the
Yeah,
way.
they get,
So-
like, caught
So
up
they
in
go
a
to
black
like
hole
other
or something.
planets, and it's basically like the Star
Voyager.
Trek with the family though.
Yeah.
Right. Now,
So it's a small. What do you think about it? It's good because all the money isn't spent on cast because you only have a small core. The rest of
Yeah.
it's just going to be the effects and
Yeah.
stuff.
do you think they're going to take more of the film approach and maybe was slightly a bit darker, or it'd be
I think make it more serious because
Yeah.
it can't be as camp as the
Yeah.
original one, unless they decide to completely spoof it.
okay?
But that could be good, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
And another Netflix show is this. I'm really curious to know where the fuck this goes. Netflix begin filming Death Note. They've just started live action Death Note.
My God.
This is a Death Note. If you're unaware, it's one of the, without exaggeration, one of the best animes ever made. So good,
Yeah.
so good.
So what is like the basic premise of Death Note for those people that don't know?
Okay, so obviously Japanese mythology, and you have death gods, and they're like reapers that take the living to the dead. In order to take someone's life, they write it down in their Death Note, which is a book, and that person dies as soon as you write it down. One of these books gets lost from a death god and falls into the mortal world, and this teenager called Light, finds this book, and he starts to, he realizes the power of it. Forget the sort of dynamic of how he figures out what it is, but once he does, he starts to use it to manipulate people and fuck people. I don't want to say too much because you gotta watch it. Cause
That sounds really good.
it's fucking good. It's so wicked, and then this kid's a genius, by the way. He's like this sort of genius level student, and basically another genius level student is brought in to kind of counteract his. And I ain't gonna tell you where it goes.
So this is live action, yeah?
This new one they're making
Yeah.
is live action, but the animated one is available on Netflix.
When's it due?
They just started filming. Like I said.
Oh, so there is an animated version already on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah, it was completed. It come out years ago, but it's amazing. There was live action films as well, Japanese films. I think they made 2 or 3 of them. They weren't so great. Don't bother with those. But the anime should be watched, regardless of this being made. You still watch
I
that.
have to watch it.
You have. It's only one season.
The premise. Is this what you were telling me to watch earlier?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh right,
It's
okay.
one season, so
Yeah.
it's there from beginning to end. It's complete story. There was another spin-off one later on, but you don't need to get into that.
How many episodes?
can't remember. You can see it when you
Like,
see
is
it.
you gonna say like it's one season, but it's like 100 episodes?
No, ain't that long. But it's a damn good show. Just something you have to sit and just get into. But Nat Wolff, who was in I can't remember what was he in? He was up for. I know he was up for Spider-Man at one point. Oh, he was in that Paper Towns with Cara Delevingne. He was in that. He fits actually. There may be some people that complain, oh, why are they Japanese? But you know, I'm okay with them adapting the story because there were Japanese live-action films, so I think it's
It's whitewashing.
yeah, it's time. It can be reinterpreted.
I was just gonna say, going back to the Death Note side of things, is it gonna be like sort of a Japanese cast? Is it gonna be?
No, I'm saying that's what we're talking about. This one's an American remake. Nat Wolff is playing that character was called Light Yagami, but now he's called Light Turner. He's like the bad kid. Like he's the bad first kid.
Dude, you know what? Although I've seen a few episodes, I'm gonna go back and watch this again.
It's worth watching, man. It's
Yeah.
a damn good show.
Definitely. I wanna friggin' just. Did you say it's on Netflix, right?
The animated one, yeah. So
Yeah.
they've just started filming the live action, so I'm guessing that will be for the end of the year or next
Probably
year.
2018. Oh, 2017, I'd imagine.
Yeah, there's gonna be some effects there if they're doing the Death God.
They're gonna have like this whole problem now, like where to slot in shows because they're filming so many.
Shit.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they just drop everything in one go, so you don't have to really worry
Yeah.
about pacing things out. They can-
Marco Polo dropped this weekend. Must watch
Yes.
that.
Ooh.
Yes, that's the interesting thing because I completely forgot about it until I saw like an ad in Netflix. So they don't really rely on outward promotion. They don't. Sometimes they do, but most of their shit they don't advertise.
But it's like you see
Only
but
within
you,
the app.
But you see it pop up like on Netflix. You
That's what I'm
no,
saying.
sorry, not on Netflix, on YouTube.
Oh yeah, you see it pop up all the time.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
but dude, you go through their stuff. There's plenty of stuff you don't see on YouTube.
Well, do you watch normal TV? So advertising on. Do you watch adverts when you watch normal TV?
Occasionally, but you see the big stuff. Like I said, Orange is the New Black. You'll see House of
Yeah, but
Cards.
that's what
those
you-
are the big premium. I'm
Yeah.
talking about the small shit. Like,
Yeah, but think about it from the point.
comedies they make.
Yeah, but just see it from the point that okay, you see something on YouTube, you go to investigate, check out the TV show from Netflix, and then before you know it, you are subscribed because that's what they want you to do.
Yeah.
Subscribe to their channel, right? Sorry, their application. And once you've done that, you're gonna probably be exploring these other TV shows.
Yeah, see, it was. That's what I'm saying. They seem to be working for them, so they don't really need to go too heavy on it. But it's always surprising me whenever I do discover a new Netflix show.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Well, dude. Honestly, I'm gonna definitely download that and just check that out again.
I was gonna get into the whole Nicholas Winding Refn doing Wonder Woman. That ain't really much news on that.
If this book, just out of curiosity, because sometimes these conversations come up and it gets me thinking, right? If this book came down to you, you're at work, sitting down, and in the storeroom, there it is. Pick it up and you find out exactly what it does.
And you know what it is.
Yeah, what would you do?
That's the. See, I remember because it's been a few years since I've seen it, but there are consequences to using it. It's not something that you can just do and there's nothing gonna come back to you.
Yeah.
So you have to be aware of that. But I can't remember what those are, so that's why I'm curious. That's why I'm cautious to kind of.
I know what you would do. I know what you would do. You would start up the channel and just say, I am Miss Nickel Eddie, and today I'm going to tell you who would die around the world. And you would just say it, and they would drop dead.
Yeah, but that's only people you know. You have to have. This is another thing. It doesn't ruin it to mention this. There are sometimes people you want to die, but you don't know their name, but you have to know their name in order to kill them. So there's another thing that you can get called the Death God Eyes. And that's like the vision of a Death God where anyone you look at, you can see their name right above their head. So even people who try and hide from you,
Yeah.
if you can look at them, you can see their name. And then you're okay. Someone's investigating you, you meet the detective.
Oh,
great.
man.
Don't spoil it, man. I'm gonna watch the show now.
So, was it time?
It is time.
Let's do this.
Are we going into the throne room?
Yes.
I'll
It's
guide
like
us
the
through
final
this.
episode of season 6. I can't actually remember how the episode started.
Started with everyone getting ready to go for the thing.
The high speed.
The thing.
You see,
Judgment.
Cersei
Judgment.
getting her awesome dress on. She looked wicked.
So
Tommy getting ready.
you have the Sparrow waiting to pass judgment on
High
Solaris.
Sparrow.
the Sparrow. He's not so high anymore.
Well, it was when that spoke though.
And first thing you think is, what is Cersei playing at when she sends the Mountain to stop?
Tommen.
Not the Mountain. What's his name?
The Mountain, yeah.
It is the Mountain.
Yeah.
To stop Tommen from going. Is she planning to do something? Is like the army going to attack?
Something's
Yeah,
definitely
you're
up.
not quite sure what's going on, and you're not quite sure what's going on for quite a while.
They played that out beautifully, man.
They did, and you've got like just watching Lawrence actually like confessing.
Oh yeah, they broke him, man.
Not only with it was really odd because he's confessed, but his sister is saying you promised to let him go, but he's just.
He promised not to hurt him, but when they carved him the thing in his forehead, innit?
When you're watching them carve it in the forehead, the only thing I can think of is, how come the High Sparrow doesn't have one of those?
That's exactly what I said.
It's like everyone else. But
Exactly what I said. So why haven't you got one?
Wait. Did the other sparrows, the other high sparrows that
There's
were
only one
sitting,
High Sparrow on it. All the other Sparrow guys, they've all got it, but he hasn't.
that was sitting around? I don't think they
Most
had
of them
it.
were they were the public though, innit? The people of
No.
the
So
nobles.
you
The
got
people in the robes, the Sparrows, those guys, they all have it.
no. So you got the high sparrow, but amongst the high sparrow, you also got other sparrows that are like him. They sit around, and he was in the middle, and then you've got like the little sparrow birds around.
what show did you
Nah,
watch?
they're on
Dude, if you watch the first scene, you could see it.
point them out.
Right, okay, there they are. Look, they're sitting down. Look, Mo's got it there. They're sitting around in the circle.
No, those are the women.
Yeah, those are all public.
Those are the nuns.
They're not nuns, dude. Those, no, some of them are.
Those
but
are the nuns. Look.
Yeah.
Those are the nuns. Those are the sisters
No.
sitting in the circle. Yeah.
No, they're men, dude. Look, Kimura, you see
They've
them.
got the head thing on.
Yeah, but some of them you can see they're men.
No, actually, he's right. Because look, there's one there.
Yeah, those guys don't have that. Only the small sparrows have them.
But how do you become... Yeah, they are. They're dudes.
Yeah, they're the
But
guys.
how do you become one of them?
Yeah,
Surely you would have to be a regular Sparrow. before
You're
you
an
become a high
investor.
Sparrow.
You're like.
You're an investor. Did you just say you're an investor?
Unless they're the ones that-
that's what you are. You're an
unless
investor.
they're
And
the ones
you have to get like 100 young sparrows like all carved
Yeah.
up in their head.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Or something like that, man. Honestly.
It makes no sense because that means they leapfrogged being a follower to being
No. But, okay.
Some are leaders and some are followers.
Yes. Yeah. So there.
and their religion.
There you
this
go.
version of it.
What
What was the point of this again?
Yeah, that was because you guys once again
Who's got
wanted
the
to-
mark on their head? And
Yeah,
who
you
hasn't?
guys
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
to prove that I was
I
wrong.
still feel... Okay, well done, son. Well done.
Thank you.
You win this battle. But I still feel like he should have had one
Yes, absolutely. Like, how can you ask people to follow you to have that?
when you don't.
Yeah.
When you don't know the pain of having
Yeah.
it carved in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why does he have to? Maybe if he started the religion up, he's the first. Why
He
does he?
didn't start the religion up.
That's an
He's
Asian
just
one.
like a priest.
All right, well, so he's a priest, so he got let off. Like it's,
Well, this is what we're saying. Like, it's okay, like his followers, but not for him.
Okay, go on. Let's get back to the point.
Anyway, so it suddenly dawns on Marjorie that something is not right. That Cersei is defying the court, defying the religion, defying the mother and the father, and not turning up. And she knows straight away. This is Cersei Lannister. Something is up, and the Sparrow is like, "No, she is coming."
Indeed.
And then you
The
see
only
it little.
smart
You
one.
see it
Now,
start.
why
singing.
isn't she coming?
Yeah, but then no. He says she is coming.
Yeah, she
Like,
said.
yeah.
He
Don't
says
worry.
that.
She's on her
And then
way.
you see the little plan like start to like unfold.
Well, first he sends one of the things
Yes.
to collect her.
Yes.
And that's when he sees a little kid.
Now, why would he follow the little kid?
That is a...
What, little
yeah.
kid's running around.
That is a little...
I didn't know. Ooh, kid's running under the ground there. Let me run after him and see what's going on.
follow him.
Not that the boss has sent me to go and do a job and get the queen.
Yeah, that's
I'm going to follow this random kid.
There's a bit of a stretch there. I definitely felt that, but you know,
Yeah.
he did, and it lent him into the catacombs underneath the what's that?
Is that
septum.
that was like well, it must be under the steps of Baelor because that's what blew up.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Baylor, okay.
Yeah.
And then it kind of uncovered. I guess this is what she was talking with that priest a couple episodes back, where she said, "Is that thing that we little birds have been thinking?" And he said, "Yes, it is true. The rumor." that I've heard about
right. So it was
about
like
having-
the Mad King had all that wildfire.
underneath. Yeah.
Right.
And that's what it was, this old stash from the Mad King days.
And Master Pycelle as well. Maester Pycelle.
Good. I could not stand that guy. Like, it was kind of funny, but he needed to go because he gotten away with shit for too damn long.
We did like his young girls.
Yeah, he did indeed.
You know what? I'm actually glad the way he died as well.
Yeah, man.
Just being juked up by those kids.
That was fucked up. That was a City of God moment there, truly. Like, with that. Remember City of God with that little Brazilian kids that are just like,
With the guns, and they've got to shoot people. Yeah. So at that moment, you realise what's about to happen. You got Cersei just looking out the window, a little smile on her face. Not a smile, even like just a look of victory and defiance. And then
stoic.
And then suddenly you've got the thought, oh my god, my lovely Marjorie is like, she's not going to be in it anymore.
That was the thing. Like, I got so much dumb shit people focused on for my reaction to it, rather than the overall story. The first one, well, actually, did you think she was going to get out, Marjorie?
Yeah,
I was hoping
it did
she
look
would.
like she was. Yeah. You're like, oh damn, she's going to be safe. Everyone else is going to die. I don't care about those ones.
Right at the last minute. Block, you shall not pass.
Yes. Oh.
And then
And you watch that big explosion.
boom. Now, I applauded in my reaction to it because that's the evil genius of what Cersei did there.
Yeah.
You have to admire it. Like,
Yes.
wow, well done, well done. People are like, I can't believe you clapped. Marjorie's dead. Don't you care? How can you clap for such a bitch?
Well, on the one hand, yes, a master stroke of genius. She has,
You just
in one
have to
swoop,
admire.
she has just taken out all her enemies.
Yeah, zero
taken
effort.
out people from her family that she doesn't like.
Yep, everybody clean the board.
But at the same time, there was so little emotion that she'd killed
Well,
all these people.
Yeah, but she doesn't care about anyone as well.
She doesn't now. That's what, like, because remember we were talking a few weeks ago. We felt sorry for her because she was going through all this turmoil. We were seeing this human side of her, the vulnerable. And I said, no, it's because she's the one who started all of this. She poisoned Robin. Robert, and has caused this whole kerfuffle.
Yeah, she has indeed.
You know what made me laugh is she didn't just take away the little sparrows, the high sparrow, the people, but she fucking desolated the whole block.
Yeah.
That's how powerful that
shot-
explosion was.
That shot with
e-
a bell that's like bounced and then flattened that guy in the street.
Yeah, even that if you tried to get out, you were gonna be, if you're in that
Was
area.
really fucked
Yeah.
either way. Yeah, she wouldn't have been.
And then she's got this, like, so she's now the Mad Queen, basically, yeah? So we're kind of like, it's come full
She's
circle.
basically turned into a no, not her grandfather,
But
the
like the
Targaryen dude, the Mad King. Yes.
One thing of note, though, Tommen.
Oh, actually, yes, I was about to say,
Yeah.
we skipped over that. Oh, that fucking weak bastard. It's like he just gave up.
It's weird because I thought at this moment he was going to grow a backbone and he was going to go and arrest his
That's
mother.
what I was
And he goes,
hoping.
I am going to put you in the dungeon, woman, and this will be the end of you. You will never see light again.
That's what I was
But he's so
hoping.
casually, he just takes off his crown, puts it down, walks up to the window.
Because without Marjorie, his wife,
In Greece.
First
Loved,
true love.
yeah.
Fucking hell, could you imagine, like, being so just
can't face it.
yeah, just when it comes down to love.
It's like he just realised, not just that, but it's almost like he realises that I'm not made for this. I can't play these games that...
Or
the
maybe he
Game
just
of
realised
Thrones.
that his mum is such an
Yeah,
evil,
he's
evil
not-
woman.
He's not built for this Game of Thrones, so to speak, to play this game. So he
But
just,
do you think it was that? Do you think it was like his religion
would-
has gone? Do you reckon his Marjorie?
I think the religion mainly was to appease and make peace. I think he tried to actually be a good king and do what was best for the city as a whole.
Could you imagine, right, if your mum did that and you are the king? What the fuck would you do? Like, would you...
Go to the north.
So would you arrest your mum? Would you just say, Mum, I got handed to you? That was bloody
Or would you just be
brilliant."
scared? Scared for your
Holy
life.
shit. But yeah, once Tommy's dead, you really get the sense that Cersei's got nothing. She doesn't care about. She's like done now. She's stoned.
Well-
Anything she loved. The kids were the most important things in her life.
So
yeah.
there was a prophecy, wasn't there? I don't know if they've covered it
Yeah.
in the
Yes,
show,
Yes.
but like she will outlive her children,
Yep.
Yeah.
um,
2 seasons ago it started.
and she will be killed by like a younger sibling.
Did he say that?
Well, I don't know if it's said it in the show, but I'm sure in the books that it implied that, and the fact that her younger brother is on his way
I
back.
believe 2 seasons ago the show started with a vision of her as a young,
Yes.
getting
it did.
her
She went to the witch.
Yeah, and it said that your children will all die. Something like that. I don't think it said there that the younger sibling. Maybe it was in the books then.
No, I actually went and read about it after the show, so it did get mentioned there somewhere.
So shit. So maybe that was a spoiler then. You just showed that Jamie's gonna be one to kill her. Thanks, Mo. No need to watch next
Didn't
season.
say Jamie. I said
what
I
other
said
young-
Tyrion. Because he doesn't like her.
He's younger, ain't he? Yeah, 'cause he
there's
killed the
friction.
mum. His
He's
birth.
coming back with a fucking armada.
Okay, I could switch it then. Okay, figure.
Although Jamie does look as though he's not happy either.
he does not. He looks worried.
You would think this woman, there's always a limit. There's always this level that how messed up someone can be. But then to go to the dungeon and just see this poor nun.
Oh, come on now. You feel sorry for that nun, no?
I don't feel sorry for her, but
But
she
she
did.
didn't deserve that fate.
Because not only does she not deserve that fate, but her fate is going to be worse than whatever Cersei got.
Okay, let's make sure we're all on the same page because there have been people who have disputed this, but I think it's generally obvious what the Mountain is doing to her.
I had no idea.
So you don't think he's raping her? It's not obvious that he's doing that.
Yeah, I thought he was raping her.
Yeah. This is your god now, and the fact that she was saying shame as she was walking out, what's more shameful than
A nun, like...
sex?
you
Yeah.
know,
It's obvious. And that's what he did. That's what who was the guy from Dawn who was fighting the Mountain? The one who killed the Mountain?
Was that the
dude.
Viper?
Yeah.
Was it the Viper?
And what was he saying that the Mountain did to his family?
Oh, okay.
He raped them. He killed
But
them.
it's not the Mountain anymore,
Yeah,
though, is
but
he?
it's still
Yeah.
what he does. And the fact that she locked him in there with... What else is he going to do?
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
people
Torture
reckon...
her.
Yeah, but he's
Nah.
wild. He hasn't got that...
Well, you're right.
Where's the shame in her being tortured?
Exactly.
The shame is in the sex.
Well, no, wasn't she just saying shame,
no,
because they chanted
For a
at her?
purpose.
Yeah,
There has to be a
you know,
purpose to
that's
why
got to
she
be
says
it.
It has to be rape. He's raping her. That's the most fucked up thing you can do. And that's why she would be screaming like that.
She's going to have a horrible fate down there.
It wasn't. It looked like the position where
Yeah,
her
he
legs, and he was like,
Took off... Well, we stand by the side, but yeah, he took off his thing and he just stood there. Maybe he should have walked around the side, but yeah, it's...
yeah, absolutely.
I'm too innocent to think of those sort of things.
Obviously, you are. Not you're alone. There are a few others that didn't quite click that was going on, but yeah. Oh dear. But we were saying, what if there was like a fucked up? Because this is Game of Thrones. You know where it's gonna go, and we were actually saying, what if there was a fucked up story next season where she actually falls in love with the Mountain, and she gets control of him.
Now, doesn't she say she loves Jamie?
No. We're talking about
The
the
nun.
The nun who's getting.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were saying Cersei might.
No,
okay.
she's already in love with
No,
Jamie.
that
Yeah,
nun
talking
will.
about the nun, like it gets so fucked up that she.
The worst thing for that nun is the fact that no one knows she's down there.
That's what I'm
You
saying,
know,
no,
there's
but she
there's
falls
no
in love
hope.
with him and gets control of him and turns him against Cersei.
That's not gonna,
That
that's the
would-
last
it would
time
have.
you ever see her.
That would be a fucking hilarious.
That's scary, man. To know that no one knows this woman is down there,
Even
and
if they
is-
did know, who's gonna do anything about it?
yeah, is getting raped.
She's the queen
is-
now.
Yeah, is getting like messed up every single day until like her last
So she
breath.
can't. Yeah. Oof. So we stick in with her inauguration.
Should we do it in the order of the episode, or should we just do it by storyline?
Let's get that. Yeah, let's get that bit out of the way.
So before her inauguration,
Yeah.
she obviously is confronted with the death of her
Body
son,
of Tom, yeah.
and no emotion, no like hysterics, no crying, no like I've lost my last
yeah.
child. She's broken.
She knew it was coming true after the daughter died. I reckon she guessed he saw it coming. That it's going to be inevitability. She tried to protect him to a point, but can't protect him from himself, can she?
Well, she actually did
I
say.
say
She
she
tried
tried.
that hard. She
By
did
stopping him
kill
from
a
leaving.
lot of people.
Yeah, but she could have let him go and be among them, but she didn't. So she kind of gave it a go.
Could
But
have just not killed all those people.
no, she had to do it. Nothing else she could do. Whew. Yeah. So she's got nothing left, and
I think she kind of like, because she said to Jamie in one of the episodes that my kids, when I saw the witch, that my kids were gonna
Yeah.
die.
Yeah, she
Because she
knows.
said that.
She knows.
So yeah, so she wasn't gonna be like, oh my god, why did you?
but
she
she
knew
was
that
with
it was
the
gonna
daughter,
come,
though.
huh?
She was like that with the daughter, though. But I guess whatever was left, it was all gone with the daughter.
Yeah.
But I suppose, like, when the first two died, you don't really get, like...
Aw.
She probably doesn't know if that's going to be true or not. But when the third one dies, she's like, okay, this prophecy's coming true.
Yeah. Oh dear. So she's on the throne.
And how evil did she look?
Scary. But she looked swag. That dress,
Yes.
she looked good. And the music in that episode was, it was like the one good thing from Godfather 3. People cuss that film, but there's a scene in the middle when I think one of the vicars gets killed and the music on it is just gorgeous. And it had that vibe to it with the pianos and the bells. And it's like, wow. They outdid themselves with that.
So you have to wonder what she's gonna do in her reign of queen.
She ain't really gonna have much to do.
She's
'cause
gonna have to
fucking
fight.
Daenerys is coming.
Yes. So we'll get to that.
And
But before we leave the storyline, there's that Jamie arrives. Jamie's back in King's Landing, goes to
mention
the
that,
throne
didn't
room, and he's just standing there looking dumbfounded.
Yeah, he knows that this is problems. This is
Yeah.
trouble, and I think it's kind of the end of their tight bond.
Yeah.
Because he obviously isn't in agreement with what's going on there, especially when he finds out the details of how she got
Yeah.
there.
So let's talk about symmetry and poetry here for a minute, right? So Jamie is a Kingslayer. Mm-hmm. And Cersei is the Mad Queen.
Yeah, he killed the king in order
Yeah.
to save the city.
So in theory, would he have to do it again?
That's why he could be the one
Yeah.
responsible.
Yeah. Gonna
But
love it.
didn't he say that we have to kill them all? Wasn't it? He was the one that said it to her.
It was. Do you reckon that was more a moment of passion? I don't get the sense it was a literal thing that
Like
he wanted
we're
to kill
like gonna
everybody.
put like a bomb and
Yeah.
explode
It was
and
more
kill
like a
everyone.
figurative-
Because it's
Yeah,
like,
bro.
like they've killed like their son's wife. They've killed
Yeah.
the daughter, like her
They
father.
massacred a lot of people.
Yeah.
Plus, you also had the scenes earlier when he was with at the Twin Towers. What's that king? The fucked up one, the old guy.
The fray.
Yeah, when he was that conversation really
Yeah.
kind of showed that he still has a moral
Yes.
center and he doesn't want to become
Yes.
what he is, the old guy.
Yeah. Okay.
World of Frey. Because that's what he was saying, that you're like me, where they're saying we don't care what people think. But Jamie obviously does still care. So,
So moving on swiftly. You know what? It's been so long since Samwell has been like traveling. I actually can't remember where it was that he was going to. Was it Old Town?
it was to that sept. That was
Yeah,
the
but
main,
where is that? See, it's been so long. I actually can't remember the name of the
I can't actually
destination.
remember either.
Because Old Town is where his father lived, yeah?
Dude, I cannot remember. That map, I swear, isn't that big for him to be wherever he is. It's weird. But yeah, he's there.
So I did say we'd probably have to see him again, and we did, and it literally was for like a moment. Flash, like, blink your eyes and you missed.
Yeah, I guess he's...
But the look of pure bliss on his
all the
face.
books. He's got a lot of reading
Yeah.
to do, bro.
He was like, it was like
Knowledge.
us in like a comic book shop back when we were kids, like
That
just
is-
looking around, like, but like 20,000 times bigger.
Yeah, that was massive, man. Jeez.
You actually, I thought to myself, oh, this is big. And then as he walked to the edge, you're like,
kept
oh
expanding.
my god.
Bigger and bigger.
So, how many episodes is he going to be stuck there while he looks for information about the White
Well, it
Walkers?
depends what the gap is between this one and the next season, isn't it? If there is going to be one, but
But it's not going to be like he's found it on the first day, the first book he looks in.
But that's the thing with this show. We don't know how much time passes from episode to episode,
Not
or
a
even
lot.
through the middle of episodes.
Regardless of what some people are saying,
Weeks.
not a lot.
Weeks,
not
months.
a lot. So, Winterfell, Jon Snow, the Red Lady,
Yes.
and Davos.
Yes. Finally, he confronts her. That was a good scene, man. Davos, heartfelt. I loved her.
And at that
She was my
moment,
own.
you kind of like thinking he's very justified in wanting to take her out and hang her.
Kind of would be, but he's a loyal guy. He doesn't really do that shit off of his own back. So he,
And
asks permission from Jon.
And this is where Jon's like leadership falls down a little bit because by her rights,
Oh no, because she brought him back, so he kind of does owe her.
he didn't ask to be brought back.
True,
He would have been happy to stay dead, like most people, yeah? Because you don't have a choice. Once you're dead, you're dead.
But he's here.
And he actually did say, if I die again, don't bring me back. So I'm not entirely sure he is that grateful.
If he had stayed dead, what would have happened to Sansa?
She and Littlefinger would have, like, managed. Littlefinger always manages, we know that.
Yeah.
But if instead he just banishes her,
So, do you think she's going to end up south?
I'm not entirely sure we'll see her again, because I think her part in the story is done.
But she still believes in all that red shit, so...
She does, but it's...
She could disappear, but I reckon she'll pop up at some point.
I reckon she's
think she's done
been. I think she's a key figure in Game of Thrones.
I think her story there has ended. So if she had died, it wouldn't have surprised me. But with her being banished, this is a show where
she said you need me. She knows, although she's saying she doesn't know. There's a part of her that feels it. That Jon Snow, still needs her.
she comes in handy. I reckon
Right.
she will do in
So
a big
she-
battle.
yeah. Yes.
So unless she's coming back and saving the day,
Which I think will be. the
she
case.
will die at the hands of Davos.
Yeah, when she comes back, she will do. Yeah. No more, my baby. Her body is gone. For how long? Oh, I'm actually depressed about that.
So then you have a little touching scene with
Oh,
Sansa,
that's moment of silence for the body.
For the,
the old body.
what? It's okay. Just like what I do is I'll edit like all her moments for you, so you could jerk off when you're like in your most. I'll make sure at the very end I'll add the best bit of the old lady
what I like
when
about
she
Islam. He just
turns around
Doesn't
and
need
turns.
that.
tact.
He has a picture where he's got his arm around her in
Yeah,
real
yeah,
life.
yeah, but he needs her. He wants to see her with her clothes off.
raised her figure.
I'll
within
make
my
sure
arms.
I'll add in like.
Right, let's keep this
All right,
classy.
okay.
Let's keep
Yeah.
it going, man. We're doing
Salim, you know what? I've got to say, you're just always bringing down the class here.
Sorry.
So as Jon Snow watches Lady Melisandre ride south, there's a touching scene between him and Sansa. So this is where last week we were all discussing about how Sansa is like plotting and scheming, and she's
You
becoming.
guys-
I'll stick by it. I
You
think
guys-
the way it ends is still on the cards. I think Littlefinger will manipulate her because I feel he already planted the seed about it should be her on the throne in the north. And when everyone was dedicating themselves to Jon in the scene that we're about to chat about, that look she gives Littlefinger at the end there, I reckon it's
Dude,
there.
why do you always think
It's
just the
there.
way she's looking at
It's
people?
from
There's
the-
something wrong.
I
I would
pay
feel sorry
attention.
for your girlfriend.
I
don't really feel sorry
I
for your
pay
wife, for
attention
your
to
girlfriend.
the subtleties
Why are you
of
looking?
this show.
Why are you looking at those clothes in that
Dude,
way?
I'm gonna
Why are you
play
looking
this
at
back
those
to you.
guys
I
in
don't
that
need
way?
to argue my case because I'm gonna play this back.
It's all
Next
recorded
season,
for prosperity.
When she's sitting over there with the knife in Jon's back, and you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna play this back over and over and over."
Listen.
again.
At least I will put my hand up and say, you know what, Eddie, you were right. But you would never do that. You wouldn't play the
So
tape
I'm not
back.
wrong. So I don't need to
Okay.
do that.
Oh,
I will
confident.
be right.
Eddie has confidence.
You'll see.
All right. Okay.
But we did have a touching moment. This is the interesting thing, though. This is a question I've kind of been throwing out there in the world. We're skipping past it, but it's the chemistry within this moment between the two of them. But what did you think about this scene?
I actually kind of thought maybe there isn't any malice between the two. Maybe like Jon has done his bit, so he's offering like the parents' bedchamber to
Yeah.
Sansa, and Sansa's saying no, you should have it because you're the Lord, and he was like, well, that's not me. You should have it. So he's still very humble.
Yeah, he definitely is.
And I think he's being pushed into a position like that he doesn't want to be in.
Yeah,
But
most definitely.
the end of this episode, there is that blinder that like suddenly confirms who he is.
Was it a blinder? Because I've been saying that for...
Well, we have been saying it, but still, like, if you haven't read the books, you don't go to the internet.
Yeah,
it's-
you're right.
It's like, right, this dude, he's not a Stark, but he's important.
He's Rhaegar,
So-
Targaryen's son.
So suddenly you've got, like, the world is turned upside down for Sansa, right? Because actually, the person who's sitting at the head of her family now is not a Stark.
Well, it is.
But he's not a Stark.
Well, the sister of...
Is it? Yeah, he's a distant Stark, but he's closely related to Daenerys, who's now coming to set hell on earth.
He's the bridge between the two. He is Fire and Ice, literally. The Song of Fire and Ice. He literally is that. The name of the book.
But it could could it come down to like Sansa and Littlefinger thinking like,
If
we have to make a move, we have to take him out because
I think, well, again, that would feed into the whole she will end up being manipulated against him. She shouldn't, because he is technically still family, but that could be the excuse that could turn her. And I wonder how Bran's going to deal with this. But this is another thing. Do you reckon Bran's going to be responsible for White Walkers crossing the wall? Apparently,
well, I didn't actually get that because they go White Walkers can't cross the wall.
yeah, because there's a spell. But
But
apparently,
they have though. Like, didn't they have like a White Walker actually in Castle Black in the first season?
Oh,
in Castle
Yeah,
Black.
because they
Yes.
bought like dead members of their.
In the castle, so it was on. I guess technically you could say that because it was on the border. So that is an inconsistency there. They shouldn't
Yeah.
be.
They passed
But
through
I guess
the wall.
we don't really know how.
They were dead. Right?
they were literally
And they
on the
brought-
wall.
Yeah, they were dead. They brought them back while they were dead before they'd risen.
But they were on the line. So I guess you could kind of. You don't really know how.
Yeah, but does that mean you're on the line now? You can go because you're not actually because you don't have to go through the wall anymore. You're on the other side.
That's an interesting one. But regardless, yeah, the wall's supposed to be magic. They can't cross. But the theory is, Bran's gonna be the one to fuck that up. With him crossing, he's gonna do something that's gonna leave a hole, mystically or whatever, that they are able to get through.
The thing I said, what a shitty uncle! Like he doesn't seem to leave them at the wall, like literally at the wall.
That's what I was thinking. Like, maybe there's a certain.
where's that tree there? Right, with the maybe
Well,
he knew that that's where he's got to leave him.
Yeah, that's possible.
But like, how's he gonna get to the wall now? Like that
I
girl.
was, I was thinking that though, like, how the fuck's she gonna? Because she took the horse as well.
Yeah.
If he left the horse, okay, fine. But he put them on the floor and then took the horse and went.
Anyway, we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. So I can't remember which order it happened, but you've got creepy Littlefinger sneaking up on Sansa in the
Kissing his laugh.
trying to kiss her, trying to fill her ears of like all
I
these
respect
brands.
his honesty though, that he
Yeah.
said he wanted to be on the throne.
Yeah.
He didn't hide that. And I want you by my side.
And she's having none of it.
That is a beautiful vision. And pushes him away and walks to the side. So yeah, nice one, Sansa, nice. But he'll get there in the end. He'll break her down.
And you can see when Jon is being confirmed as King of the North that he's not very happy.
He's,
There's
he's
like-
reluctant.
yeah,
He'll just go along with it.
I can't. What's the name of the? I can't remember which
The
lord it
girl.
is. The girl. Which
Yeah,
family does she belong
I'm-
to?
Yeah, I'm blanking on it as well, but she's amazing. She's
She
wicked.
was. She really like
Put them all to
yeah,
shame.
Yeah, put them all in their place.
Well, she put them in their place, but she gave like 67 or 65 men. That's what she gave.
That's all she had, though, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's
Like
what
she
she
can't
had.
give more than
Yeah,
she's
that
got.
was all the men. That's all that she had. That was all the men of her. Because it was a small castle, wasn't it?
Oh, is that what
Yeah,
it
that
was?
was all her men.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, man, like that little kid, man, just dissed everyone that was there.
But the interesting thing, what I was getting at before, is in the revelation. Okay, let's say you're right, Salem, and Sansa doesn't go against Jon
Yeah,
down the line.
yeah.
Now that Jon isn't her brother, and there seem to be an interesting chemistry between the two of them whenever they have scenes together.
So they're cousins now, are they?
Yeah. So in this world, cousins are on limits.
Yeah, but they weren't okay.
Yeah. And they've never even been close, even when they were
Yeah.
brother and sister. So could that be a matchup?
Nah, man. I think the relationship between them, like
I feel they're not as, I don't get the brother and sister vibe from them as much as I do from Greyjoys. Those two I get brother and sister. Their dynamic. These two, there seems to be a bit more of a.
But that's because Jon always felt like an outsider.
well, look, right. The way to look at it is that in Islam,
Oh,
that you can marry your cousin.
We're
right?
talking about
yeah, we're trying to get it.
Yeah,
we're trying
but I'm trying to make you understand. You can marry your cousin, right?
Yeah.
But cousins.
Hold on a
That's-
minute. That's not an Islam thing. That's just like
that's just that's about the
I'm
culture
sure
of the
there's nowhere
place
in there
the
that it
world.
says you can marry your cousin.
All right, okay, my bad.
That's
But-
just like
You
a-
do the same thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
what I meant is that in my family, all right, people have got married
Yeah.
to their cousins, right?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't if I had a relationship.
No, obviously, yeah. We're saying that we wouldn't, but I'm saying in this world,
We're
it's
talking
not.
about we're talking about a
it's
world where
fine.
brothers and sisters marry as
Yeah,
well.
in this world, there isn't
I
there's
just
a
still
taboo
don't
to
see.
it. It's a normal.
I was actually going to go into a deep, meaningful conversation about that. But if you want to cut me off, that's fine. But I
Thank
will
you.
turn around and say I do not see it happening, man. No way. Their relationship, regardless of even if she finds out that okay,
No, I think she's gonna stab him in the back. That's where I think that's gonna go.
she's my he's my cousin or whatever, right? I think they've built that relationship as brother and sister.
They barred Bailey.
Regardless.
But they were never close because he was always the outsider.
But,
He wouldn't
yeah.
even sit at the same. Because remember, he always said that she treated him bad
Yeah.
before she went.
Because she
south.
was always like the eldest. She was
Yeah.
like wanted to get out of there. She wanted to get
Yeah,
married.
Yeah, but that was
Joffrey
then,
and
man. Like she's like grown up and she's like seen the world and she's seen what her brother.
yeah, but they never had that close
Yeah.
relationship.
dude, you see those moments now.
Yeah, that have
They're
a
really, really
chemistry.
powerful.
Yeah.
But they're still like strangers to each other.
Yeah, but there's a chemistry I see with them.
It would
now.
be
That's
different
what I'm
if it was
saying.
him and Arya, because he was teaching Arya
They
how
were
to sword
close.
fight and
They
stuff.
were always close as.
Wait,
as
why
this.
do you keep on seeing these things?
I
you
do.
like have these
I'm
visions?
observant. I'm very observant. You know me. I see these things with people. I see the
No,
emotions.
you
I
don't
know
know this.
people better than they know themselves.
I wish I had a number on speed dial, man. I so wish I could put her on the phone right now and just ask her and for her to say, Eddie,
Luke, you saw about Turner.
yeah, Eddie, you're wrong.
Explain this, Sutton. We don't know what you're talking about.
You're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Very
Right.
good, Eddie. Well done
So,
for catching that.
while Jon is being confirmed king down, like in the south, in the sunny part of Dawn, we've got Olenna Tyrell, the surviving member of the Tyrells, with the Sand Snakes. And I gotta say, I do love this woman, this old lady. She is just so like awesome with her
ballsy,
with
man.
her words.
She's ballsy. News got to her quick. This is another thing where you don't really know how the time that passes because she knew about what happened.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I just
Yeah.
thought like she's down there, she's making a deal. She doesn't know that
Yeah,
her daughter
that's
and
what-
her son and her husband are dead.
That's what I'm saying. They don't really do anything to
Yeah.
really give you an idea of how time has passed. But regardless,
But I suppose before we used to complain that too much time is passing and nothing is happening.
that's true. So it's happening.
So they're wheeling and tealing, and who turns up? The least expected person. And the plan is put in motion.
Yes.
You know Varys, a devious fuck
Yeah.
that he is.
At first I was thinking, what's he doing there? Is he? But then it's actually we don't really notice it. Some people don't, but I think I've been seeing it played back in like GIFs online. Is that you see with the ships there are Greyjoy ships and there are Dawn ships because of different sails. So they're all together now. That one big group.
So wait, just so this is something that I was confused about. So, what is Varys playing?
Nah, he's recruiting them
Getting
to
more
join
allies.
Dark
Oh right, is that what he's doing?
Yeah.
So they've joined in. So it's this massive
Fleet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Daenerys has got the fucking
She's got the Ironborn,
Greyjoys.
the Greyjoys. She's got the Sand Snakes. She's
Yeah.
got the Tyrells.
Dawns and the Tyrells and the
And the Tyrells have got a big army.
yes,
Like-
and the horse people.
And the Dothraki.
Dothraki.
And the Unsullied. And dragons.
Yes. Why the fuck can I never remember the fucking Dothraki? I always forget their names.
Dude, like could you imagine?
That's a fucking massive
Yeah,
army,
like
man.
in the whole of since we've been watching
Cersei's
Game of Thrones,
fucked.
all right, from the very beginning, like
Finally, it's happening.
you know, like how crazy is that? Like we've never seen this scale of an army ever.
Cersei is fucked. 'Cause she ain't really got an army.
Yeah,
much.
but that's just it. Like, where does this go?
Well,
Like,
she's got the
oh,
Freys.
the bigger. Yes. True.
and the Boltons, but they've
Well,
gone now.
but don't forget, this isn't really the main fight. The main fight is
Is the White Walkers, right, yeah.
The dead. So maybe this fight happens. Maybe that's what this next season is. That battle, and anyone who's dead, once the White Walkers cross, the Kings, they bring all those dead people back. So depending on how many people die in this, because winter's here now.
yeah, the only other army that is anywhere near that side is the White Walkers.
Yeah, but they're gonna need more still. But I'm saying, at the people who die in this war of them,
Right.
they take
Yeah,
those
yeah,
dead
yeah, yeah.
and add them.
Oh, right.
That's
That's what
I'm
you
saying.
mean, yeah.
Yeah. So that bolsters it. So I don't think that's going to be the first battle. So there's going to be one battle
Yep.
between Daenerys and just taking over Westeros, and then the White Walkers. That's the last season.
So, Dany and Dario Naharis. Probably a pointless scene, but probably the one they need to have.
Yeah, they had to kind of.
But, like, she's just showing that she has no emotional attachments to people.
Yeah. Well, she said she was
She,
surprised.
yeah.
She thought because that means he's not the one she's destined to be with.
Yeah.
I reckon it's Jon, innit? That's the destined relationship.
And what a real touching moment between
was
her and
so-
Tyrion.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, I got a bit tearful in that,
nice.
especially when she gave him that emblem or whatever it was.
The hand, yeah. The hand.
And I like the way they had him, like, standing on the steps and her standing down, so they looked as though they were the same height.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
Heartfelt. I like the relationship they've built. That's worked out.
Yeah, that's worked quickly as well.
He hasn't had the whole lot to do in the beginning half of the season, but it's coming together now. So very nice.
I think we've already spoken about Bran and Mira and Benjen.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say on that?
No. Said it
Apart
all.
from, is he gonna like freeze before he gets to the wall?
He's dead. He's already died. Oh, you mean Bran?
Yeah. Right. So the phrase. Let's go to the phrase. So you got Jamie sitting down with Bronn again.
We kind of skip through all that little just him and Watson. We just get to the freaking argument. That's the everything else like
Hey,
that.
come on, man.
We already spoke
Right.
the rest. We already spoken Jamie's
So-
conversation.
You know what? Were you surprised? I was like,
At first, I'm thinking, who is she then? Well, that's too dark. I'm thinking that's too dark for Jamie. He wouldn't do that.
yes. Yeah, I was like, who's actually pulling the strings here?
Yeah, when she was saying that they're here in the pie, because that's what.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, Jamie wouldn't do that. That's not really his style.
Yeah.
To feed somebody to somebody else, that's a bit. So I was thinking, who is she? What the? Huh? And then when she just made us like, what? And she did the Mission Impossible face pull. That's another thing that I got a lot of shit for when I said she got there quick and then people just wouldn't let go of that.
Everyone's getting everywhere
It's
quick.
like, how? Why? It doesn't matter how fast they get there.
You know what? I told you guys, her story from the very beginning got me excited. I was intrigued about her development for where she's going to go and all these assassinations she's going to be making.
I'm worried about it though.
But yeah, it's crazy because it really goes to show how powerful she actually is. If she could
That's
just...
dangerous. But I'm worried about her because even they said apparently in the behind the scenes thing that we should be worried for her, and we saw that look in her face when she was killing them. There's just a certain
I
deadness in her
suppose
soul.
once you get to that point of just, you've killed so many people, there's nothing left, is there? You're hollow within.
She's got a list, and she wants to kill the people on that list, and Cersei's on that list.
Yeah. She seems so. Well, we know it's dying. If you're saying that's what it said in the book about a sibling has to kill her, then Cersei ain't the one that she's gonna. Wasn't Sansa on her list at one point?
No, I don't think Sansa was on there. Sansa's a sister.
Yeah, but she was pissed off with her.
Yeah, she
she
pissed
was,
off
she
with her,
was,
but
she
she
was,
didn't
yeah.
didn't do anything to harm the family.
Because she wanted to. No, because
She wants to marry Joffrey. Can
Yeah,
you
that
imagine
was
that?
the point.
Can
That
you
was the whole
imagine
point.
going back now to the first episode where Sansa was such a bitch and all she wanted to do was to go to King's Landing to be with Joffrey?
You get yours, silly little girl.
Imagine if she hadn't pestered her father. How different her life would have been.
Get me? Damn. Yeah. So how much of a surprise was it? And are you worried about the coldness, the deadness? Like,
Well, is it coldness? She's now just doing what she wanted to
yeah,
do.
but
for
there
a
was
long time.
pleasure there. That she slit his front. She
The
just like,
dude massacred her family.
Dude,
He
yeah.
invited
No,
them
I
in
get
with a
that.
host, like
But I'm
we are
saying
hosting
that
a wedding.
The writers also said that we should be worried about her, where she's gone, her emotional direction.
Well,
so they've
let's-
confirmed that she's going in the dark.
Let's wait.
path.
Let's wait and see where it
Trained
goes.
fucking ninja assassin badass. Alright, yes, I want to see this, man. I want to see how dark she becomes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm interested to see who she's gonna cross paths with
So,
next.
okay, so is that the throne room, right? Is that all of
I think
it?
that's where the episode ended,
Right.
isn't it?
So,
Oh no! Then you see the fleet coming, but we already talked about that.
Yeah.
yeah, how Varys got there like super quick.
Yeah.
She teleported. Now, what are you guys looking forward to? Like, whose story? What are you excited about with the next season?
I just want to see Dany assault.
Yeah,
King's Landing.
that's what I reckon. It's six episodes, and I think that's what's gonna dominate it. Daenerys' attack
You reckon that's
against
yeah?
King's Landing.
That's where it's all gonna go, right?
That's what that's.
I'm not actually that interested in the whole White Walker stuff.
Oh, that's what I'm most.
I just want to see
Damn.
her sit on the Iron
But
Throne.
the thing is there is no army on the other side. So like, what do? Like, she's this Daenerys is coming with half
Wave.
of the world.
Yeah, she's just gonna wash. She's gonna take it over. But remember, she's coming in from the south, so she's gonna head against Cersei first, take that over, probably take the throne as well. But at some point, they're gonna have to move upwards to see what's going on in the north, and that's where they're gonna encounter.
Can you guys imagine the conversation? Just there's gonna be a moment of Daenerys and Cersei where they just face off, where they have that dialogue.
Yeah.
How awesome that should be. But
Carry
I
on, man.
I think I'm more excited about with what you said is what's her name going to stab Jon in the back. I really do not think that's going to happen. Although it's a small part to it, I just don't
Well,
see it
maybe she
happening.
doesn't do it intentionally. Maybe Littlefinger manipulates her into
I think
doing it.
That's the whole thing. That's his style. He wants the power, and he feels that in order for him to have that throne in the south, he needs to hold the north, and she is the key to that. So he needs her.
Okay. That's it, man. That's it. All done for another year.
Season done.
So are we going to be doing more of these?
So we're going to follow another show now, are we?
What else? There isn't anything else that's starting.
Well, there's the Flash. We're back in September.
Guess, but that's not
So
the same.
Sally will have caught up by then.
We don't. I guess they're gonna be short. Maybe we should just have a couple where we just have shorter discussions, little recaps at the end of the episodes. There isn't one show that's like. There's nothing culturally
No.
like. From,
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
There ain't.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
You guys let us know if there's any show that you think.
Walking Dead's a big one.
Oh,
Because we have lots of people do stuff about Walking Dead.
I guess I got to catch up like 2 seasons.
Oh,
of that.
mate, I ain't watching Walking Dead, man. I've like given up on that show.
Not. Yeah.
I'm like,
What's
complete-
wrong with you folks? It's not a bad show. It's
No,
not a
no,
great
it's
show.
not. It's not bad. You're right, but it's just you know, it got to a point with like zombie TV shows and movies. It just gets too much for me, man.
Well,
I'm
stop
like,
watching so many then.
I was a zombie. It's difficult. There was that whole phase where there was just so much zombie stuff that it just kind of just made you think.
What
Oh,
other zombie show have you watched?
show.
Yeah.
It's mainly films, to be honest. Not so much as shows, but films.
Stop watching so many zombie films then.
Anyway,
guys, where can they find your work?
I think Mo could start because he's got like the most elaborate.
My
page.
work is dedicating my life to the Facebook
When's
page.
your book coming out, man?
Many, many moons from now.
Your tome, genius work that your life has been working towards.
Like any great genius, I will die before the quality of my work is known to the people.
Okay, son.
Right, you guys can find me on Bollyfools. Just type that into Google, Twitter, YouTube, obviously, Instagram. You can catch us down there. Ping us a message. We will be happy to respond and take your requests.
Alright, guys, you know where to find me. The First Take, THE, number 1, STTAKE. Everywhere. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. So I guess that's it.
Okay.
No more Thrones, man. I'm in shock. Later, guys.
Adios.